Hi there, and welcome to IELTS Juice. This time around, we are working on a letter. So let's begin. Here's the rubric. It says, you have bought some clothing online. Let's, get into the context first. Clothing online. So start thinking maybe you bought I don't know, jumper, a suit, a t-shirt, maybe a shirt. What color was it? What size was it? And which shop are we talking about? Do you remember exactly when you purchased that? Did you like the price? Was it on sale? What was the discount percentage? And what was the occasion? Why did you want to buy that particular t-shirt or suit or jumper or skirt or whatever online? I want you to start bringing that into life. And, oh, you are not satisfied with your purchase. You know, that happens. It happens, I don't know about other clothing items, but for shoes, that's a challenge because it's very difficult to just buy or order something online, especially shoes. And when they arrive and you wear them, you feel like, yeah, but it's still not that size, or it doesn't fit your feet very well, and you start to have second thoughts and stuff like that. In some countries, you're allowed to just send them back and you ask for refund, no questions asked. But in some other countries, if you want to do that, it's a huge hassle and they might not even accept. So yeah, this can become a huge hassle indeed. So you are not satisfied with the purchase. Let's go through the facts. You went shopping online for clothing, a clothing item, whatever it is, you need to decide. And you purchased it. It arrived. You're wearing it, but you're not satisfied with the purchase. Now, these are the elements. Now let's go through the other parts of this letter. Write a letter to the company that you bought the clothing item from, or the clothing from. So you are going to initiate this communication. So the manager of the company is gonna show up 7 a.m. hopefully, and then the manager is going to just open the inbox of the company and is going to see your email. Or if it's traditional, again, like a physical paper letter. Either way, you are going to start this communication. You need to set the tone. And in our email or letter, we need to give details of the purchase, absolutely. We need to describe the problem, of course. And the third one, explain why you need a replacement urgently. What's the emergency here? What's with the urgency? That is an issue we need to discuss. So let's start by salutation, but already we know the salutation. It says dear sir or madam because you, frankly speaking, you do not know the name of the manager of that particular online shop. So you can just say dear sir or madam. You don't even if you know the manager, him or herself might not be in charge of handling customer experience, and the company might be big enough to have they call it customer excellence or customer happiness manager. So you might be the head of, you might be addressing the head of that department. That's why dear sir or madam is the safest, and we have this instruction, so we just follow that. And the words dear sir or madam, these 4 words are not going to be counted towards your total word count. Your word count is going to begin from here. And at the very beginning, before we start the whole letter, we need to decide on the tone. Remember that you are not satisfied, and also you are contacting a company over business. I know the definition of business might not be the one that you're familiar with, but money was involved. And that's enough for me to say that there was business. So the money was involved. You're an individual, you're a customer addressing a company. Yes, this individual is a member of the company. Yes, you're talking to a human being. Yes, but still, you need to maintain a formal tone. Nothing informal. Absolutely none. And I'm going to put it over here to remind me that this communication must be formal, and you need to show that you are not satisfied, but not in a very rude way. You need to arrange your sentences still according to that. Let's begin. I would like to start, of course, my letters by an opening statement. Here it is. So the opening statement says something. You don't need to say, I hope this letter finds you well. I hope everything is fine. I hope you're okay. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I am writing this to express my dissatisfaction with the purchase I made recently. Blah, blah. Be very polite. Don't start like saying like, what a company you are. What is this? Are you do you call yourself a company? Don't start like that. You know, I want you to maintain politeness and formality, and at the same time show that you are not happy. Express the feeling you are going through. Dissatisfaction is one. Discontent is another. You can say that you are I don't know, confused by the order you received. You can go through some of these interesting adjectives to describe your feeling. And by feeling, I'm not saying you know, something like, yeah, I cried for 10 hours. No. Something that a customer is going through. A customer is not happy with this experience. That attitude is needed here. And then remember, this is the first letter. This is the beginning of a communication. So this manager has no idea what you're talking about. Give the manager right after that the details that you definitely need to explain, and that manager definitely needs to listen to. So I'm gonna go ahead sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and write details, put details here. No worries if your introductory paragraph is going to be large. You can write as many details as you want over here. And it is totally fine to explain the time of the purchase, the item you purchased. Come up with some fake numbers, like I place my order number, like hashtag PO347XW62. I don't know, something like this, and the date. And make sure that you say that all the information is attached to is in the receipt, and I have attached the receipt to this email or to this letter. Make sure that you mention something like this. You know, it's very important for a manager to see that there are proper documentations. That would facilitate the processing of this particular request. So you go ahead and write as many details. I'm not going to limit you here. And the rubric here says give details. So you either give details 2 or 3. And if you feel that you still need to write more, remember that you can say there is an attachment to this email. Great. Now you need to talk about the problem. Okay. Remember that when you give details, must be given in a neutral tone. Do not add any feeling, do not associate any feelings to them. Do not say, yeah, I purchased this at 10 p.m. and I was hungry and I was craving for a pizza, so I also ordered a pizza as just at the same time as I ordered the t-shirt. I mean, no, please, just state the facts, neutral tone, and you just want to make sure that the manager is on board with your problem. Then we start a new paragraph. In this paragraph, you need to talk about the problem. Now, here is the one that you actually need to say what inconvenience caused by this problem. Go ahead and explain here. The IELTS rubric says describe the problem. It's singular. I'm not going to say not to use any other problems because you can. So it's okay to say that I mean, my purchase had 2 problems. We can say one is that the discount didn't go through. So the website says it's like $99.99, but my bank statement says that $120 was taken from my account. That can be one problem. And then when you received the t-shirt, it wasn't the color you ordered. You ordered pink, but you received the blue one. You ordered X large, you received double X large. It's okay to have 2 problems. I want you to decide to go for another problem if you feel you will not get to 150. So this is a reserved one. My suggestion would be just 1 problem and just expand the problem. Talk about it. If you want to say that, yeah, I ordered X large, and when I received it, it was double X large, and it wasn't in good shape either. Like it wasn't ironed, and I opened the package had a hole in it, and unfortunately immediately I had to wash it, and when I washed it, the color changed, things like that. Or the t-shirt shrank, you know, from X large it turned to large. I'm of course making examples here. So talk about the problem. You can talk about the problem in this sense that there are 2 separate problems, or you can say no, it's just 1 problem, but it comes in 2 different, categories. It's like you're basically not satisfied with the experience or not satisfied with the purchase you made. And finally, it says explain why you need a replacement urgently. So you don't want a refund. Let's get it out of our heads first. We do not want a refund. We want an exchange. And for that, I would like to suggest a separate body paragraph. I know I'm running out of space. I totally understand that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so in this new paragraph, what I'm going to say, of course, I need a topic sentence. You are all familiar with a topic sentence. So like in the topic sentence, I'm going to say why I need this urgently. You can say, this is a matter of utmost importance to me as my wedding is in 10 days and I need this shirt. Or it might not be even your wedding. You might even just simply go to a party. And now please start saying why it is important. One reason is again enough. IELTS says explain why. One reason is enough. If you want to expand it, feel free to expand it. Again, the second reason is optional, exactly like the second problem was optional. You can manage, you know, you can have two problems for that and one very important reason like having a wedding party, or it can be one problem with a lot of explanation, but you need to you have a wedding to attend or a party to attend, plus you need to ship this item for a friend. I don't know. Or it's important that you maintain the tone of the party. Or even if it's not a party, maybe it's a business meeting and the company ordered you to, buy a proper suit to appear in the meeting properly, appropriately, with correct attire. And if you don't do that, not only will you lose that business, that deal, and you have to postpone it, you might even lose your job. So there might be two problems. That can happen, or both. Your decision. In any case, once all this is over, you can write the closing statement. In the closing statement, I want you to wrap everything up. A final note, something that reminds the manager that, hey, if you were in my shoes, you would be asking for the same thing. Nobody would like to feel depressed in a party. Nobody likes to be around a depressed person, a sad person, a person with this shirt, with this suit. It's not appropriate. I might lose my job. I might lose my friends. I might have a terrible time. I might have to postpone my wedding party. So something hypothetical. You can use second conditional sentences here that would really work. And as everything, I know you are dissatisfied. I know you are unhappy, but you want this problem to be solved because you have, if it's not solved, then you will be in much deeper problems later on. Make sure that you still express your gratitude for anything. The simplest one would be just you in advance thanking them for giving this request a priority. Kind of put a word in their mouths. You are pushing them into really giving this letter a priority or this email a priority, and thank them for doing this already. So something to that effect, instead of showing that you are super angry or whatever, which is not going to be helpful. And if you do that, they might even push this one down to the least important letter to deal with. And again, you might end up with a much deeper problem as it is right now. This is my suggestion. You can still modify it, change it, play with the words. Just make sure that you are still within the norm of this. We have a sample. If you wish to see the sample, you know where to click. If you want to see other videos where, like this, we plan sentences for essays, letters, and reports, click over here. And remember, eat healthy.